I don't think any other artist on the planet has penned this many songs dedicated to their fans. BTS doesn't just say thank you, they turn gratitude into music. And since music has always been their language and currency, there's no better proof of just how much they cherish armies. From ballads to anthems of unwavering support, these songs aren't just gifts. They are love letters to the fandom they've openly credited as half their success. And with their reunion on the horizon, let's take a trip down memory lane and revisit 10 songs BTS wrote for and about armies, plus a few things newer fans might not know about them. 2, 3. Picture this, BTS has just wrapped up the Red Bullet Tour, their first ever world tour. No, they weren't yet performing in stadiums, but back then it was a huge deal. They were hyped, emotional, and beyond grateful, only to log on to the internet after the final show and get blindsided. Multiple fandoms had come together to trend hate hashtags against BTS and armies. Imagine working your way up from a small company, pouring your soul into your craft, finally gaining some recognition, only to be met with hostilities. BTS didn't lash out though. Instead, they channeled their pain into music and gave us 2, 3, a song meant to comfort armies even when they themselves were hurting. And here's the genius part, this isn't just an emotional anthem. 2, 3 subtly taps into a psychological principle called the Zeigarnik effect. Ever notice how countdowns make you feel like something big is about to happen? That's because the brain hates unfinished tasks. Counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, for example, actually triggers action, snapping you out of overthinking mode before doubt kicks in. So when BTS sings 2, 3, they're not just telling you that better days are coming. They're literally helping you reset, pushing you past negativity and into action. It's comforting, it's scientifically backed, and it's classic BTS, always finding a way to make their music not just emotional, but deeply meaningful. Magic Shop. The ultimate comfort song woven together with hidden messages, old tweets, and emotional footprints from BTS's journey. This track isn't just a song, it's a collage of their words, their past, and their love for ARMY. Let's start with some references. Many lines in Magic Shop were actually things BTS has said before, either in tweets, messages, or even older lyrics. For example, I do believe in your galaxy. Sounds familiar? That's because RM actually tweeted this years ago when BTS was still using Twitter regularly. Another example, I told you that we would win. RM posted something eerily similar back in 2015. Another one, I and you will win in the end without anyone knowing. Naturally, the idea found its way into this song. And then there's J-Hope's verse. Like roses when blooming, like cherry blossoms when fluttering, like morning glories when fading. This wasn't just poetic genius at the moment. It was actually taken from his thank you note in The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 1. Even Suga left his mark. His line, "And my greed, which used to be my weapon, became my leash that chokes me." It was originally in The Last from August D's mixtape. So yeah, Magic Shop isn't just a song. It's a time capsule of BTS's words and emotions stitched together into one beautiful, nostalgic melody. But beyond all these references, Magic Shop is also rooted in real psychology. It's actually a therapeutic technique used by psychologists to help people process trauma. The idea, you exchange something painful for something healing. Angry at your parents? Trade that anger for peace of mind. Struggling with self-doubt? Trade it for self-acceptance. It's a mental shift from victimhood to control. You don't just sit with your pain, you choose what you do with it. And Magic Shop does exactly that for armies. It doesn't just soothe, it empowers. BTS could have said, hey, we love you and it's okay to feel down, but no, they took it a step further. They gave us a coping mechanism wrapped in a melody, and that's the kind of brilliance that makes this song timeless. Control. Stop giving other people or the past over your own life. Still with you. Let's be honest, I'm eternally jealous of the people who got to hear Jungkook sing this live. He performed Still With You at the Global Citizen Festival, and to this day, that remains the only time he's ever sang it live. Now, there's been some debate about whether Still With You is for ARMYs, and by debate, I mean toxic solo fans clutching their conspiracy theories like Life Rant. You know, the ones who insist that Jungkook is somehow being mistreated by Big Hit and BTS. But here's the thing. When Jungkook uploaded this song on SoundCloud, he literally named the file Thank You Army 2020. So yeah, this song was always meant for ARMYs. Case closed. Of course, the toxic fans will keep screaming, Big Hit, force him to do it. But at this point, arguing with them is like yelling at a brick wall. Now, on to the lyrics. Because this song isn't just beautiful, it's deeply introspective. This line, laughing together, crying together, these simple emotions, perhaps they were everything to me. There's so much weight in these words. They remind me of people who have come and gone in my life. And let's be real, none of us like remembering people just to feel sad about them. But we do cherish the moments we share together. That's what this song is, an ode to the people we've met along the way. And for Jungkook, that's ARMYs. He knows that some fans will leave, whether it's to move on, to live their lives, or because they don't have a choice. But Still With You is his way of saying, whether you stay, leave, or come back someday, I'll always be here with you. And when you realize how young Jungkook was when he wrote this, it just makes it even more heartfelt. He wasn't just thinking about the present, he was already thinking ahead, knowing that life happens, people change, and nothing stays the same forever. But some things, some connections, they last beyond time. And that's the magic of Still With You. Pied Piper. Oh, Pied Piper, the song that proves BTS knows ARMYs a little too well. This is easily one of their funniest songs because it's basically them calling us out for being, well, us. But first, a quick refresher on the actual Pied Piper story. A mysterious dude rolls into town, promises to get rid of the rat infestation, plays his flute, and poof, all the rats follow him. Problem solved, but then the town refuses to pay up. The piper gets his revenge. He plays his flute again, and this time he takes the children instead. Moral of the story, always pay your debts. Now, how does this connect to BTS? Well, they are the Pied Pipers, and we are ARMYs. We are the ones blindly following their every move. They're basically saying, we know you spend hours analyzing our music videos instead of studying. We know your room is already covered in photos. We know you're probably watching this video right now instead of sleeping. And RM, he had receipts. He literally said, stop for now. You can theorize about the music videos later. You already have a lot of photos of me in your room anyway. Like, sir, why are you dragging us like this? This song could have just been a light-hearted, playful track. But BTS, being BTS, they made sure it had a creative foundation, using the Pied Piper legend as a metaphor to add more depth and humor. They know ARMYs are hopelessly devoted, and instead of scolding us, they just tease us for being so whipped. Honestly, fair. I know, this one is a classic, the song that gave us ARMY singing. Yes, you heard that right, and one of the sweetest Festa surprises ever. Written by RM and performed by RM and Jungkook, this track was a special gift to ARMYs during 2016 Festa. And it's one of those songs that make you feel like you are wrapped in a warm BTS embrace. What makes I Know even more special? RM made sure to mention both boys and girls in the lyrics. That wasn't just a random choice. It was a deliberate decision to acknowledge not just their female fans, but also their male fans. Inclusivity, we love to see it. And while RM is known for his lyrical genius, hearing him sing alongside Jungkook just hits differently. If there's one thing I hope for when they reunite, it's for them to bring back this heartfelt, fan-dedicated song. I mean, every member has written something for ARMYs at this point, so imagine a concert just of those songs. manifesting it as we speak. Closer Than This. Jimin has written several songs for armies, but Closer Than this one hits different. You ever find yourself so caught up in hustling, surviving, and progressing that you forgot to pause and reflect? And then out of nowhere, you're sitting in a quiet cafe, maybe for just 15 minutes, with a close friend or a loved one, and suddenly it all hits you. Everything all at once. How did I get here? When did life move this fast? What choices brought me to this exact moment? That's what this song feels like. And my favorite line, do you remember it the first time we met? We were shy and awkward back then. Looking back, suddenly we've made it all the way here. It's a journey we've walked through together. Okay, I confess, maybe this hits harder because, well, I'm ancient. There are moments when I just stop and think, how the hell did I get here? I swear, I was 10 years old yesterday. What happened? And Closer Than This, it's that moment of realization. That quiet pause in the middle of a chaotic life where you look back at the journey. Grateful, a little confused, but mostly at peace that you're here and that you didn't do it alone. For youth, BTS loves a good throwback, and For Youth is no exception. This song is packed with references to their past lyrics, messages, and themes, making it feel like a love letter sealed with memories. Take this line, a friend I'm thankful for, my pride, my heaven, and my love. This isn't just a poetic way of describing armies, it's actually a callback to their song Her. In Her, they sang, maybe I'm your truth and lie, maybe your love and hatred, maybe I'm your enemy and friend, your heaven and hell. Sometimes pride and embarrassment. But here's what's cool. In For Youth, they ditch the negatives and only keep the positives. Because that's how they see armies, not as contradictions, but as something pure, unwavering, and deeply meaningful. And then we have J-Hope's verse. 1, 2, 3 are some. Can't forget every moment. Oh, the flower that took care of my spring day. Thanks to you, I'm almost there. This is a direct nod to 2, 3, the very first song BTS ever wrote for armies. It's like a full circle moment, showing that the love between BTS and armies isn't just a phase, it's a journey that keeps growing. Home. If BTS had an official address, it wouldn't be a fancy penthouse in Seoul. It'll be wherever ARMY is. Because, as J-Hope himself said, home is about the fans. During the Map of the Soul Persona press conference, J-Hope explained that home is where the fans are, where our hearts are, the place we come back to when things are hard, when we feel alone, the people who love us and wait for us. Translation, this song is 100% for armies. And what makes home special is how BTS sees ARMY from different perspectives. First, ARMY is the friend who never left their side through every high, every low, every mess in between. ARMY is their safe place, the one place where they can be themselves. No performances, no expectations, just them. And when the lights fade, when the stadium's empty, when the dizzying ride of fame slows down, ARMY is where they'll always come back to. So yeah, home isn't just a song, it's a promise. It's BTS saying no matter how far we go, we'll always find our way back to you. We are Bulletproof, Eternal. Ah yes, the final chapter of BTS's Bulletproof saga, because let's be real, if there's one thing BTS loves, it's a good trilogy. From We Are Bulletproof Point 1, their pre-debut track, to We Are Bulletproof Part 2, they've always used this series to define who they are, what they stand for, and what it means to be bulletproof. But here's where Eternal changes the narrative. This time, they're not just bulletproof for themselves. They're bulletproof because of and for ARMY. When BTS debuted, they had this tough, rebellious image, a reflection of their hip-hop roots through RM, Suga, and J-Hope. Being bulletproof back then meant being untouchable, unstoppable, fighting against the system. But Eternal redefines what it means to be BTS. It's no longer about deflecting bullets, it's about enduring them, surviving them, growing stronger through them. The bullets are no longer fists or physical battles. They're insults, doubts, industry mistreatment, hardships, all the trials they've faced along the way. And while the first two Bulletproof songs were declarations of their grit and ambitions, Eternal is something else entirely. It's them saying, we didn't survive all this alone. We are bulletproof because of you, with you. This song is the final piece in the BTS and Army puzzle, proving that their journey was never just about them. It was about all of us together. Yet to come. This song is completely different from other fan songs BTS has written. Most of their Army dedicated tracks feel like love letters, filled with gratitude, admiration, heartfelt messages. But yet to come, this one feels like a serious sit down conversation. It's less of a thank you, we love you, and more of a let's talk, we need you to understand something. The song carries two layers. On one hand, it's reassurance. Don't worry, we're still here. The best is yet to come. But on the other, it's honest and vulnerable. It's them saying, we're figuring things out too. We're growing up. We need time, but we're going to be okay. And that's what makes Yet to Come so unique. It's a moment of raw honesty and a reminder that while BTS is larger than life, they're still human, still evolving, still searching for what's next. And they're asking us to trust them, to grow alongside them, and to believe that no matter what happens, the best truly is yet to come. The BTS and Army bond, it's more than just a fandom. People love to say every fandom is the same, that the bond between BTS and Army isn't actually different, that it's just another typical idol fan relationship. But let's be real. If you know, you know. Sure, there are those delusional fans who think they'll somehow marry a BTS member, but let's be honest, those aren't armies, and also every fandom has them. That's just the internet being the internet. Real armies were here for the music. The fun content, the memes, the chaotic live streams, sure, we love that, but they are bonuses. At the core of it all, this relationship was built on music, and that's exactly how it continues to grow. And these songs, they are proof. They're not throwaway fan service. They're stories, confessions, promises set to melodies. They tell us, we see you, we hear you, we are here because of you. And maybe that's what makes this bond so different. It's not just fans supporting artists, it's artists acknowledging, appreciating, and growing with their fans. And no matter where life takes BTS or Army, this music will always be here. Our bridge, our history, and our home. So, yeah, maybe not everyone understands, but for those of us who do, we wouldn't trade this for anything. So, what about you? What's your favorite BTS fan song? Hi, thank you for watching the video. I hope that you were entertained, but I also hope that you got something out of the video. If you liked it, please like it. Please like the video, please subscribe, please hit that notification button because we upload videos every day, and also share the video to your friends, to your social media, to anybody that you think will be interested. It's really helping my channel. Follow me on Patreon too. We do have a free membership. It's a great community if you're looking for a place where you can exchange ideas, talk about movies, TV shows, books, literature, mythology, or if you just want a place to vent and say things, any unpopular opinion that you feel iffy about sharing anywhere else, you are welcome in that community for as long as you say it respectfully. Also, follow me on X. Thank you very much. I appreciate y'all.